I am pleased, mortal. I will give you my razor. Use it to wreak havoc on Tamriel. Daedric artifacts are the most powerful items a mortal can possess, and often require you to become a champion of a Daedric prince in order to obtain them. Mortals call it Dawnbreaker, for it was forged in a holy light that breaks upon my foes, burning away corruption and false life. Meridia grants her champion with Dawnbreaker, a one-handed sword that emits holy light. This sword is enchanted with Meridia's Retribution, which burns its enemies and causes fiery explosions when killing undead. Meridia is the Daedric lord of life and energy, but is known for a hate of the undead. Her devout worshippers get rewarded for killing necromancers, vampires, draugr, skeletons, and many more undead that plague Tamriel. Meridia is one of the Magna Gi, a group of Ed Ada that followed Magnus into Aetherius when he fled Mundus after they realized Lorkhan's true intentions. Mortals don't have to fear Meridia as long as they stay mortal. Dawnbreaker doesn't have a perpendicular crossguard that most people will be familiar with, but has a round guard. And since we are in Skyrim after all, I think this means that the sword is inspired by early medieval Viking swords. These swords were paired with shields, so the crossguard didn't need to be as pronounced as late medieval swords. The Dawnbreaker should be paired with a shield, and it gets an S tier when it does. Mephala gives her champion with the Ebony Blade. The book Admonition Against Ebony has this to say about the Ebony Blade. To anyone reading this, beware this blade. It has corrupted and perverted the desires of great men and women, yet its power is without equal, to kill while your victim smiles at you. We cannot destroy it, and we would not have it fall into the hands of our enemies, so we keep it, hidden, dark and deep within Dragon's Reach, never to be used. Woe be to anyone who chooses to take it. This blade grew stronger when you take the life of a friend. After 10 kills, Mephala says this to you. At last, my blade is returned to its full glory. Now go forth, child. Continue your tiny subversions against the orders of trust and intimacy. Mephala's true sphere of influence is unknown, but it is claimed to be lies, sex, murder, and secrets. The Dunmer worship her as part of the 3 good Daedra, even though she manipulates mortals for her own amusement. The Ebony Blade resembles Akaviri swords, which are based off Japanese katanas. These swords are great at cutting, and unlike many European swords, only have one sharpened edge. Now, the Ebony Blade is double-edged for the upper half of the blade. This could be for better stabbing, but again, you would likely cut with a katana. This sword isn't 100% accurate to traditional katanas. However, I think a sword like this could be effective due to it being made out of the strongest material on Nirn. The Ebony Blade gets a low S. Clavicus Vial, the Prince of Trickery and Wishes, has 2 artifacts that you have to choose between in Skyrim. The Rueful Axe was given to Sebastian Lord after he begged Clavicus Vial to help him cure his daughter of lycanthropy, which is a disease that turns you into a werewolf. Clavicus Vial has this to say about the Rueful Axe. There's an axe, an incredibly powerful axe. An axe powerful enough for me to have quite a bit of fun, indeed. The Rueful Axe is made out of ebony, even though it appears as an iron battle axe. Double-bladed axes are something complicated. A lot of double-bladed axes would have been ceremonial, and the Rueful Axe is not necessarily made to be a battle axe, it's meant to be a joke. Now, double-bladed axes aren't as bad as some believe, but there's a reason most battle axes had only one blade. The Rueful Axe is almost definitely a ceremonial axe, and is historically accurate for that reason, A tier. Voldendrung, also known as the Hammer of Might, is an ancient artifact created by the Rorken clan. This hammer became Malekith's artifact after the Dwemer disappearance. The Rorken clan refused to join the other Dwemer in the First Council, so the chieftain threw his hammer across Tamriel and settled where it landed. The Rorken clan called the land Vodenfell, which translates to City of Hammer, which later becomes Hammerfall. Malekith is the patron of the ostracized and worshipped by the orcs, ogres, and goblin kind. Trinimek the warrior, the paragon, and the golden champion was Ariel's greatest knight. Malekith was created by Buthaya when he ate Trinimek. Whether this is supposed to be taken literal is unknown. Voldendrung absorbs the stamina of your enemy, allowing you to make more power attacks. This hammer is comically large and wouldn't be viable in a real life scenario at all. It's also made from Dwemer metal, which isn't known as a lightweight material. Voldendrung gets an F tier. This weapon cannot be wielded. If you want to see more of these deep dives into Skyrim, subscribe. Otherwise, have a good day and goodbye.